So this video is going to be all about boys, relationships and dating apps. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm such a romantic. I love it all. I love Pretty Woman, The Notebook, anything to do with love and romance is so me. It'd be nice to share with you guys the dating apps I've tried and the ones that are good and the ones that are not good at all. So to kick it off, I'm going to talk about the most infamous dating app. Most of you have probably heard of it, Tinder. Tinder is a very interesting one. And for those of you that don't know, the way it works is you're given a picture of somebody that comes up on the phone. You swipe right if you like them, left if you don't. So when you see people on the tube or the train and they're just like swiping along, they're probably on Tinder. Now, some of the pros of Tinder is that it's so easy to use. Like literally in your free time, it can get addictive. It's like a game, you're just swiping. Another great thing about it is that people only know that you like them if they've liked you too, and then it comes up saying, oh, you've got a match. And another good thing is that it's full of like loads of young people. So people, well, I find anyway, there's people around my age group, so don't be surprised if you see an ex-boyfriend or a friend of an ex-boyfriend or your friend's ex-boyfriend or whatever. Now, some of the things that I think are the cons of Tinder is, first off, it's so shallow. You're basing whether you like someone off a picture or a couple of pictures. You don't know what their personality's like. It doesn't really give you a breakdown of their interests, so it is very much going off looks. It's known as the hookup dating app, so there are unfortunately a lot of guys that are on there that just want to hook up with girls. They don't actually want anything serious or substantial. I definitely recommend being diligent with these boys. Like you grill them and you make sure you're finding out what their intentions are before you go ahead and like meet up with them or anything like that. Sometimes you just can't be asked, well, I can't be asked to swipe. It can just be a bit long sometimes. So moving on to number 2, it's called Happen, and that's spelled Happn. The way Happen works is it shows you the guys that are closest to you where you are at that moment. It shows you where you and this guy crossed paths. So everyone that you're presented with on Happen, you've crossed paths with them at some point, which is cool but creepy. But okay, some of the good things is that obviously if the person's really close to you, then you don't have to travel far for a date, which can be good and handy. Quality of guys compared to Tinder is better. So there's more like, if you're into like doctors and lawyers and bankers and people that have jobs, good jobs basically, tend to be on Happen. I think in general they're better looking. The things that I find bad about it is I think it's creepy sometimes knowing where you crossed paths with somebody, or like knowing how far away they are from you. That can just feels a bit weird. And also I know that the quality of guys are good, but they're stuck up. They're less likely to start a conversation with you. I guess that's one of the problems with being with somebody that's got a good job. Sometimes they haven't got a good personality. They're too work orientated, you know, too much of a workaholic. So yeah. Number 3 is POF, otherwise known as Plenty of Fish. It's free, it's completely free to use. It's very different from Tinder and Happen because it's more old style. So you get your profile, you upload like what you're looking for, whether that be a relationship or a hookup. You put your age, your height, what things you're into, you write a short biography about yourself, you put some pictures up. So it's a way more detailed depiction of who you are, and in turn you get to see a way more detailed depiction of who other people are. The good things about Plenty of Fish is you don't have to worry about swiping. Literally, you just sit back and loads of guys message you. You just get a ton of, like, flooded with messages. You don't have to do much. You just sit there, like, and get loads of attention from guys. Yeah, if that's your thing, then Plenty of Fish is definitely for you. Some of the cons though, the quality of guys, in my opinion, like, you're way more likely to find a catfish. Yeah, you're more likely to find people that are unemployed. No judgment towards them. It's just personally not my cup of tea. Guys that are more creepy, I don't know, just weird guys. My fourth one is called Bumble, as in BUMBL, like a bumblebee. The difference with Bumble is, once you've swiped with somebody, the girl is the one that sends the message first. Boys are not allowed to send messages first on Bumble, which I think is quite new and original as an idea. So yeah, some of the cons of that is if you're like me, I get really shy about approaching a guy first. The boys hardly even respond, and when I've spoken to some of my guy mates that have been on Bumble, they actually prefer to do the chasing, they've said. To conclude it, I would say my favourite of the 4 apps has to be Tinder. Actually, it's the best of the bad bunch, but I'd say try out different ones and see which one you vibe with, because different people vibe with different places. Or you could just go left field and just meet someone in Sainsbury's car park, the normal way, or the library. Just some health and safety precautions. Speak to them on the phone. I've been in a situation where I was texting somebody, we got on so amazing, we met up in real life, and his voice was the most cringe-worthy thing ever. So definitely speak to them on the phone. I mean, if you've got an iPhone, even better, FaceTime them or Skype them so that you can see what they look like before you're stuck on a date with them. Always meet them in a public place, preferably before 9 p.m. If you can do that, that would be good. Text your mum, your best friend, whoever, letting them know exactly where you're going. But most importantly, have fun. Be open, have fun, and be open to meeting a new person, and just send out good positive vibes, and hopefully you get those back. So even if there's not a connection romantically, you may make a new friend. And that's a wrap.